evening, Chatterhouse. We are back. Back from the dead. Well, we actually weren't dead, but we took a break for a couple of weeks there. But we are back. And we are all Christmasified. Look, I know you without the headscarf. But anyway, we are Christmasified tonight. Tonight we're back. It's Christmas time. It's not really. There's no need to be afraid. That's it. That's all you're friggin' getting because you're pushing it because you know I'm the Grinch. Good evening, Chatterhouse. It's lovely to be back. Do you know something? We were only off for a couple of weeks, sir. And I missed you. I really did. Even though we did a video last week, it wasn't the same. So hopefully we shall be back. So we will. Okay, folks, you must comment tonight. It's very important that you comment. You must comment to be entered into our quiz. By the way, just like this, the chatter clock has had a makeover. Our Will Millen better be in the night because I made a friggin' effort because he was always friggin' moaning. There was no lights on that. He's not even in. I beat that bake of him. I can say that tonight. I'm not on TikTok. Okay, folks. What's happening here? Right, I'll go to the comments in a moment. So there's something happening there, but I don't know what it is. So I'll catch up in a wee minute. Okay, folks, over on YouTube, I'm going to use in a moment. Don't forget if you are watching on YouTube and you've never been in the Chatterhouse before, don't forget to do this. And give the video a thumbs up and also as well spread the word to your friends. So let's get the comments up on YouTube as well. Okay, don't forget if you're watching on YouTube and you're going to enter the quiz, you must set your comments to live comments, not top comments, so that I know that you are here. Also, as well, if you're only on top comments, it's only some comments come through. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do YouTube first, because there's only a couple over there so far. There says 6 people are watching, but there's only 2 people have commented. 3 people have commented. David Thompson's in over on YouTube. Nice to see you, David. Pardon me, our Lee is in, our Bingo Bear is in, who are Lee? And also our Timothy, our Tim for Life saying good evening, Stuart. Good evening, our Tim. Now, let's go to the Chatterhouse and see what's going on in here now. Just a host squad in there. Jackie McFarlane's in, and if one day I should become a singer with a Spanish bum who sings for women of great virtue, she said here. Sam Davidson is in. Nice to see you, Samuel. John McMaster says, hi guys, I will be in, but out at my mum's at the moment. She's not too well. I'll be heading home soon, so I'll pop in there. John, I hope she's okay. Timothy, Tim says. John, I hope she's okay. I know she hasn't been well recently, so our thoughts are all with you. Michelle McGrogan says, evening all, welcome along. Jackie's highlighting there. Thank you, Jared. Sam Davis says, hiya, Jackie. Coral Daft is in. Hello, everyone. I hope you're all feeling festive. Well, we're here, Coral. You know, Stuart's not the most... this thing's baiting me and it's doing my head in. You know I'm not the most festive, but you know what I mean? Like, well, we'll try our best. Nice to see you in, Coral. Matt McGinley is in. Our Matthew. Welcome to our Christmas quiz, Matthew. Sam saying, John, I hope your mum gets better soon. Debs Rush is in. Our Debs Rush is in. Debs, I was in your store today, and may I say, wow, such a transformation of our Eurospar up in Thexton. It is absolutely amazing, worth all the shit and the hassle you went through for weeks. And I just want to say, well done for getting through that, because I know it wasn't easy, because I seen what you went through. And Tim saying to John, get well soon, John's mum sending Tim's love. Right, what do we say? Everybody's saying to John about his mum. Jackie said hello to me. Michelle McGrogan says, sending get well wishes to your mum, John. Sam saying hi, Coral, and Coral saying hi, Sam. Now, I'm going to give a couple more minutes before we start the quiz tonight, because I don't like starting the quiz and people coming in, and then you have to start all over again. So, right, there's a couple of things I want to tell you before we begin. First of all, I'm going to start off with a bit of sad news. Two friends of ours, and Coral's there as well, are Alan and Jamie on Isolation Creations, who are very, very good friends of mine. Unfortunately, I haven't seen much of them recently, but unfortunately, they lost their little dog today, Peggy. Peggy was a rescue dog, and she's been with them for quite a long time. I know sometimes to watch these videos back, so if they are watching, our thoughts are with you all. It's nothing worse losing a pet. It's just like losing a life of the family because they are part of your family, and it's nothing more. I'm gonna start crying. There's nothing more devastating than losing a dog. So our thoughts are all with you. I'm desperate to see me. Good evening, everyone in the chatter house. Tim says, to see me, I am awful. I have got, honestly, I think I need a patch. I think I need a hormone patch, but honestly, there's nothing worse than losing a pet. Losing a pet is just like losing a part of your family. So I do feel what they're going through, and we're all thinking about you, because I do know they do watch these videos back if they can't make it in, and I'm sure watching videos is the last thing on their mind. So all our thoughts are with you. Okay, folks. Secondly, now I'm going to link something in here. It's a bit of a promotion, but it's not a bit of a promotion, and the reason why. Jamie Honeyburn is in. He says we're watching live. Hiya, Jamie. Jamie, I'm so sorry to hear about Peggy. Me and Lee were absolutely devastated today when you put it up. And we are all thinking about you. I noticed that because when we lost our Fergie, we were just absolutely devastated. So we are all with you. We really, really are. Coral Daffs was so lucky to actually get to meet the gorgeous Peggy, bless her. And Fifi Versace is in as well. Carrie says, evening all, won't be playing along because I'm doing bedtimes, but I'm here. That's all right, our Carrie. Tim for Life says, over YouTube, that is a shame about the little dog. Rest in peace, Peggy. And Michelle's saying, sending big hugs to Alan and Jimmy. I'm going to start crying, desperate. Honestly, I think I need a patch. I really do. I think I need a hormone patch. I think there's something wrong with me. But I know what it's like. It's horrible. Right, okay. Number 2. Now, this is a promotion, but in a way it's not, because this affects the Chatterhouse. As you know, every week, Auntie Liliane has been doing her podcasts, her Pop-It In podcasts every week. Now, this one tomorrow night on YouTube is a very, very special one. It's with a little guy. So it's a guy called Dylan. I'm just going to, there's a reason why I'm saying this, because this is the first this has ever happened. Dylan is from Texas. Dylan is only 29 years old, and he's grew up in a life, he grew into addiction in his family by his mum and his dad. I don't want to give too much away. Hello, Michael, nice to see you. He's grew into addiction in his family, and basically his PTSD, he has autism, ADHD, he hasn't really much, he's had a horrible, horrible life. But Dylan has turned his life around. Dylan is from Texas in the USA, and he did a podcast with Lillian. It's actually that much we had to break it into 2. But for the very first time, now the podcast is going to be aired on YouTube tomorrow night. But Dylan has actually given permission for me to upload it to the Chatterhouse as well. Hopefully, in the help to others, because Dylan is so amazing. He's on TikTok at Dylan Inspires. He's an amazing wee fella, and he's been through so much. There wasn't a dry eye in the house when I was doing it. Michael's saying good evening, everybody. Coral's saying lots of love, Alan and Jamie. Tim for Life says the Pop-It In podcasts are amazing. Do you know something? I actually didn't know what way these were going to go. I thought they were going to be a bit of a laugh and a bit of a joke, but some of them are very, very serious. Some of them have been serious. So as I say, for the very first time, you are going to be seeing a Pop-It In podcast in the Chatterhouse exclusively, and that's going to be uploaded on Thursday morning. So it's going live on YouTube tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, and on Spotify at 9 o'clock. Oh, Andy Williams on Spotify now and everything. And then it's going to be in the Chatterhouse on Thursday morning as well. So there's a lot coming up, folks. Right, folks. Also, as well, we did plan to have the Chatterhouse coming back on the 7th of January on our new night, which we did a poll for, which is going to be Wednesday night at 8:30. But unfortunately, the 7th, I'm not here. I am going to be in Benidorm with Lee because we're going away for a few days because we haven't been away anywhere, and I'm going away on holiday. So it could be the week after. But what I plan to do is to do a random night before that, sometime over Christmas, and I'll keep you all informed. So because we haven't been away because obviously with my foot for 2 years or whatever, the only time we went away was over to see Alan and Jamie in Scarborough last year, and it was absolutely amazing. But that's all. We haven't been anywhere, so we're going away. And Stuart just found out yesterday he has cellulitis in his foot. It's not fabulous, but I don't care. I will be cutting the foot off to get away on holiday. I don't care. Right, have I anything else? I think that's it. Okay, it's quiz night, folks. It's Christmas quiz night. And even though it's called Christmas quiz, by the way, Michael, it didn't actually get welcome you properly. Michael's in. It's nice to see you in, and I wasn't ignoring you. Michael says, I agree, Stuart, you're really doing great stuff on the channels. Michael, I'm trying my best. It had died away there for a wee while, but I'll keep fighting, and I'll keep going, because I'm not giving up. I lost this group once, and I'm not losing it again. Okay. Now, this is Christmas quiz, and even though I've called it a Christmas quiz, we have categories which we normally have, and the last category of tonight is a special Christmas category. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the first 3 categories on the first half. Then we're going to have a 5-minute break for the toilies, and then we are going to we're going to have a break, and then we're going to do the last 2 categories, because I just like to give people a break because they're sitting there and whatever. As you know the way these quizzes work. Anybody hasn't been into the quiz before, it's just the way, believe it or not, Alan and Jamie do it. Basically, what you do is I will start with a category. I answer a question, ask you a question, put in the comments that you're done, but we're not going to use the word done tonight. We're going to use the word turkey. We're going to use the word turkey. So what I want you to do when you have answered the question, I want you to type turkey in the comments, and then I will know that you have answered. When I see everybody has answered, we will move on. And there's 5 questions in each category. And there is, as I say, there is 5 categories tonight. I didn't want to keep it too long because I know people get tired and bored. So, by the way, do you like this? This is Andy Williams. Has been baiting the bake at me. I'm ready for it. It's like, does anyone remember Swing Ball? It's like Swing Ball. Tim, you keep quiet. Right, okay. Is everybody clear what we're doing? You've all been to the quiz before. I don't think there's anybody who hasn't been in to the quiz before. I just hope these comments, could somebody say something in the chatter house, even a hello, just to make sure that these comments are working before I start. Tim for Life says, Sam better get checked out into the toilet now. Don't you two start tonight? Right, folks, could somebody say something in the comments on Facebook before we begin? Turkey. Thank you, Sam. Here's our Sam's on the ball. Tim says, I never said a word. Michelle says, do not. Yes, thank you, Michelle, for reminding me. Do not be putting your answers in the comments or you will get bucked out. Thank you, Cole. Cole, what's that? Is that turkey? Oh, by the way, Sam is in the kitchen doing a little stitching. I came the boogeyman, so say hey. How's Elaine Madden? Hello, Elaine. Love you coming in for the quiz. We're having a quiz. So once again, questions asked, you write your answer down. You do not put the answers in the comments. Then when you write your answer, you put the word turkey in. And then I know that you have answered. So we're going to use turkey for the first round, and then it's going to get worse. That's all I'm going to say. Right, so let's go to the first category. I hope everybody is sitting comfortably. And we're actually going to do things. I came the Pokemon, we're like, so that's desperate, Tim. Right, okay. We're going to do things ours about face tonight, because usually I would leave general knowledge to the end, but we're not, because general knowledge is going to be, there's something else. It's a Christmas theme at the end tonight. Carrie says little one in bed, so I'm going to try playing. Let's go. Right, so we're actually going to be starting with general knowledge tonight, because as you know me, I like to do things different. Okay? So once again, once you have your answer, put turkey in the comments. Okay? So, general knowledge, I have to remember not to show the answers. I have a habit of doing that. Me and Carrie did a competition one night, the very first competition. She's sitting flashing the answers to the screen. Do you remember that, Carrie? Seems so long ago. Right, okay. Right, here we go. General knowledge question 1. And Stuart chokes. General knowledge question 1. And don't forget, folks, if you are on YouTube, make sure your comments are set to live comments. Okay? Right. Question 1. What company was initially known as Blue Ribbon Sports? What company was initially known as Blue Ribbon Sports? You can't see the answers, Tim. Sam says turkey. This is the problem with the delay now. It takes ages for everybody to answer. Matt says gobble. Lovely. It's desperate. Carrie shoes. I think that's a turkey. I can't see. I think it's a turkey. Tim says I'm joking. Tim says turkey. Jackie McFarlane says turkey. Michelle says tea. She's being lazy. Feliz Navidad. Coral Daff says turkey. Debs Rush says turkey. So see our Debs back. I haven't seen our Debs in ages there. Hope you're well, Debs. Sam Damon says gobble gobble goes turkey. Lovely. That's desperate. You've been hanging around Lillian too long. That's what's friggin' wrong with usings. Right, still waiting for a few more here, for a few answers. Michael says turkey and ham. David Thompson says turkey as well. Nice to see you joining in, David. Have we anybody else who hasn't answered? I think that's everybody. Is that everybody? Okay. Right. Sorry, Jackie answered. She has. Right, let's go to question 2. What is acrophobia a fear of? What is acrophobia a fear of? What is acrophobia a fear of? Sunday morning. Sam says turkey. Matt McGinley says stuffing. Temper Knife says turkey. Hey, Coral Daff says turkey. It's a beautiful day. Just have musical tonight, don't we? Michael says cold turkey. I remember it well, Michael. Carrie says she showed a picture of a turkey. This is going well. Jackie McFarlane says turkey. David Thompson says spider. Lovely. Debs Rush says turkey. Feliz Navidad. Michelle McGrogan says turkey. I think I missed that one there. Feliz Navidad. See if I hear that one more time. Anybody else? We're waiting. Jackie McFarlane says turkey. Debs Rush says turkey. Have we got everybody? I think. What about our Michael? Our Michael did answer, didn't he? Michael. Timberlake says gobble gobble. William, that's desperate. Right, okay. This is going well now. We're on a nice pace. Just looking for a heel. Right. Now we move to something completely different. Sam says, Matt, I like a bit of stuffing. It's not the eating cat. Sam, that's desperate. Michael says turkey. Michael, I thought you'd already answered. My head's going. Right, okay. Question 3. Now we're going to a completely different time of the year. True or false? True or false? Halloween originated as an ancient Irish festival. True or false? Halloween originated as an ancient Irish festival. True or false? Tim says turkey. Feliz Navidad. Is our fellas not in? Sam says turkey. Is our fellas not with you, Sam, tonight? Our Feliz? Kai Ferguson has shown another picture of a turkey. Michael says turkey. Matt McGinley says sprouts. Just don't go too near to Matt McGinley, he'll be bugging. Michelle McGrogan says turkey. Hey, Mr. DJ, put a record on. I want to dance with Auntie Williams. I'm not reading that out, Tim. She's with you. That's good, Sam. Don't like to leave our fellas out. Coral Daft's turkey. Debs Rush is turkey. And Jackie McFarlane says turkey. She's had more than one. She's great, eh? Anybody else? 3, 2, 1. That reminds me of that song. I'm not going to do it. Question 4. Question 4. What is the capital of Canada? Where is the capital? What is the capital, or where is the capital of Canada? What? Nice variation of questions tonight. What is the capital of Canada? Tim says Turkey. 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 No reggae in it. No reggae, no. Carrie says turkey. Jackie's laughing. No reggae in it? No. Reggae must be. He'll probably come out at 4 o'clock in the morning and try to play. Michael says turkey. God, I'm not reading that. I'm just reading the turkey bit, Michael. You're getting worse. Coral Dav says turkey. Matt McGilly says parsnips this time. Michelle McGrogan says turkey, and Sam Davison says turkey. Feliz Navidad. Anybody else? 5, 4, 3, 2. David Thompson says turkey. 1. Okay. Okay, the last question in this round. Okay? What is the largest Spanish-speaking city in the world as in 2025? What is the largest Spanish-speaking city in the world as of 2025? Very up-to-date question there. Once again, what is the largest Spanish-speaking city in the world as of 2025? Ricky's out sticking the turkeys for Gullion. Timberlake says turkey. Sam says turkey. Our Sam's quick on the ball tonight there. Carrie says turkey. I saw mommy kissing Santa Claus. Dave Thompson says, and Michael says turkey as well. Matt McGinley, he's on roasties now. He's going through the whole dinner. Dave's Rush is saying turkey. Jackie McFarland is saying turkey. Coral Daft says turkey. Sam's always quick in the bag. Damn, that's desperate. It's a swell you're over on YouTube. Michelle McGrogan says turkey as well. Is that everybody? I think that's everybody, isn't it? Yep, okay. Right, let's do the scores and the doors. So let's go through the answers for round 1. So the first question was, so what I want you to do at the end of this round is give me your total for the round. Okay, we actually have a special question away in the distance at the end that could bump up your scores. Pump up the scores. So just bear that in mind. Okay. So question one was, what company was initially known as Blue Ribbon Sports? And the answer was Nike. Nike. No, them is make your goddies. I don't know if you call them goddies over in Scotland, Tim. We call them goddies. So what company was initially known as Blue Ribbon Sports? And it was called, now, Nike. I never knew that. I thought Blue Ribbon was a biscuit. I thought it was something you ate. That's another story. Right, question two. What is acrophobia a fear of? And the answer is heights. The answer is heights. Okay. Question three was, true or false, Halloween originated as an ancient Irish festival? And the answer is, it's very, very true. Apparently it was an ancient Irish festival. Maybe our Carrie Ferguson could elaborate on that a wee bit, since she's my local historian, because Stuart hasn't a clue. I was going to say Auntie Alien hasn't a clue. Stuart hasn't a clue. I haven't, but I know it was a festival. So true or false, Halloween originated as an ancient Irish festival, and the answer is true. Okay. Question four, what is the capital of Canada? And the answer is Ottawa. Ottawa. It's like bingo. And finally, the last question was, what is the largest Spanish-speaking city in the world as of 2025? And the answer was Mexico City. Mexico City. So, can you all give me your scores for that round, please, before we go to round two? Sam got 1. Feliz Navidad. Got that in my head now. Swing, swing, swing. Jesus. Matt McGilley got 3. Halloween originated with the Irish festival salmon. Said like Sion. Okay, Carrie, thank you. Carrie got 3. Jackie got 2. YouTube, can I have your scores, please, as well? So Carrie got 3, Jackie got 2, Michelle got 3, Debs Rush got 4. Michael says that's right, it's not audible. Why am I always saying what it said in the page? What is it then? That's what it said in the internet. Right, Michael? Michael got 2. Well, I don't know if it's Ottawa or not. They sung Hands Up. That was Ottawa. Debs Rush got 4. Coral Daft got 4. Michael got 2. I read it in the book, so it must be right, Michael. He always argues with me. Right, okay, so that's round 1 over. So moving swiftly on. Let's see if this ball hits me in the face one more time. I'm going to lose the map. No comments, please. Right, okay. Pick anything but Ottawa. Well, I don't know what it is. You're probably raging, you probably got it wrong. Right, okay. Round 2 is one of Stuart's new categories that I introduced a couple of months ago when we did our last quiz. And this round is health. This round is health. We should all do well on this. So let's go with question 1 on health. Okay? Right. Question 1. What type of blood cells fight infections and diseases? What type of blood cells fight infections and diseases? And that's question 1. I'm going to have a fag. It's great. TikTok, you can't have a fag if the hag. It's a freaking nightmare, so it is. So question 1 was, what type of blood cells fight infections and diseases? Kai Ferguson has showed a turkey. Matt McGinley is saying pigs and blankets. Here, did you see what Iceland released today? Well, I don't know if they released it today or not, but it came up in a photograph. Stuffing in blankets. I fancy we go with that. Debs Rush says turkey. Coral Daft says turkey. Actually meant to change it from turkey, but I'll do it at the end of this round. Stuffing and blankets. That sounds nice, doesn't it? Michelle McGrogan says turkey. Feliz Navidad. Stuart, change the record. Michael says turkey. What about our Timothy? Is he still there? Jackie McFarlane says roast potatoes. Sam says, I think they're nice. I had them weeks ago. Sam, are they? Because I like the sound of that. Sam, I like the sound of that. I like a bit of stuffing. I think it'd be nicer wrapped in bacon. Michael says, where's Tim and David? Scores. I don't know. Don't know where Tim is. Timothy, there, dear. You hear that? You have put Logan's voice on. He might come in. Tim says, hi, Stuart. I had to pop out there. Got 4 out of 6 in the first round. What was question 1? Okay, Tim, I'll catch you up. Question 1 was, Tim, what type of blood cells fight infections and diseases? Okay. And question 2, Tim, was... I haven't done question 2 yet, have I? No, I haven't. So that was question 1. What type of blood cells fight infections? Okay. All caught up, Timothy. Sam says they're nice. Had no weeks ago. Sam says, Matt, I've had a few pigs under the blankets. Desperate. Turkey, thank you. No problem, Art Timothy. I know you're a busy person there. Right, question 2. What internal organ... It's disgusting. I'm going to be sick. What internal organ stores bile? What I can't even speak. Internal organ stores bile? What internal organ stores bile? Deb's right, turkey. I hope it's not a turkey stores bile. Michael says turkey. Sam says turkey. Carrie showing a turkey again. Tiffany Life says turkey. Coral Daff says turkey. Who are we waiting on? Waiting for Michelle says turkey. We're just waiting, thinking for our jar. Oh, Matt says gravy. I didn't see him there. Has anyone been to Turkey? No, Michael. How many diamonds appears there? Very cheap B&Bs. I don't even know what the hell B&B. Oh, right, well, B&Bs. Just got it there. Jar! Are you there, dear? There she's now. It's all right, we're there now. We're all in. Okay. Right, question 3. Where on your... I don't want to read it now. Tim, you behave yourself when I read this out now. Where on your body is your skin the thinnest? Where on your body is your skin the thinnest? Loads of times for me. Lovely. So where on your body is your skin the thinnest? I like this wee round. I think it's something different, doesn't it? Tim says, we're Mrs. Hang on now. Deb, Sam, and Matt. Debs and Sam said turkey. Matt McGinley says giblets, and Karen Ferguson showing a turkey. Tim for Life says turkey. Michael says I do like the health rounds. So yeah, Michael, I think it's something different. And Michael says turkey because some quizzes you don't get rounds, I guess. I just think it's something different, you know. Carrie says turkey, Coral says turkey, and Michelle says turkey's Arjari answer. Don't have to wait for Arjari. Just think it's something different, you know, because it's always the same things, you know. I like that. I like to ramp it up a bit. Right, just waiting for... And there's Arjari. Right, okay. Where are we now? Question 4. Stuart's at the door. Here we go. What country has the highest life expectancy in the world? Which country has the highest life expectancy in the world? This is a very interesting one because I would like to know why when we do the answers. Sam says Turkey. Deb says Turkey. Felina. Matt McKinley says big mashed potato. Temperley says the country Lillian doesn't visit. Lovely. Can I just be very careful what you say about Lillian? Hang on now. Matt says mashed potato. Michelle McGrogan says turkey. And Coral Daft says turkey. Mm-hmm. A ray of hope flickers in the night. Johnny Off. A starry rain lights the way up high. Anybody else, Jerry? I think that's everybody, isn't it? All across the land. Temperate says turkey. And Michael says it's not turkey, by the way. Oh, no. Right. Sorry, Johnny Mathis interrupted there. Michael's saying turkey again. Right, okay. Right. Last question of this round. Just we're back to the organs again. What organ, or which organ, which I would like to say, produces insulin? Which organ produces insulin? Sam says turkey. Deb's Rush and Matt McGinley. Well, Deb's Rush says turkey. Matt McGinley says Christmas pudding. And Carrie's showing a picture of a turkey again. Produces what? Michael says insulin, Michael. Insulin, dear. Turkey says now. Baby, more organs. That's desperate time. Michelle says turkey. And Coral Daft says turkey. So we're just waiting for our jar. And there she is. She's saying turkeys again. She wants more than one. Right, okay, let's go and do the scores and the doors. Okay. Back to question 1. And the first question was, what type of blood cells fight infections? And of course the answer, infections and diseases. And of course the answer was white blood cells. Because if you have an infection, if you get a blood test done, your white blood cells are always usually higher, and that means that they are fighting infection. Listen to Dr. Cahoon. Don't was down to doctors yesterday. That's the first since Morant. You should see the looks I got. Right, question 2. What internal organ stores bile? And the answer was the gallbladder. The gallbladder. Okay. Now, this is an interesting one now. Let's see who got this right. It'd be interesting to see who got this right. Where on your body is your skin the thinnest? And believe it or not, the answer is your eyelids. Your eyelids. It's a bit of a trick. Oh, pardon me. That was a bit of a tricky one, wasn't it? Question 4. What country has the highest life expectancy in the world? And the answer was Japan. And I would like to know why. Is it their diet? Or what is it? Why? And question 5 was, which organ produces insulin? And the answer, of course, is the pancreas. So tot your scories up and tell me what you have. Not long ago in Bethlehem, so the Holy Bible said, Mary's boy's child, Jesus Christ, was born on Christmas Day. Michael got 3. Tim got 6 out of 6. Well done, our Tim. Matt McGillney got 3. Sam Davison got 2. Carrie got 3. Debs Rush got 4. Our Tim for life, no all there. Coral Duff got 3. Dr. Tim. I went liver twice there. Coral got 3. Michelle McGrogan got 4. And Jackie McFarlane got 3. I think that's everybody, isn't it? What about Armand? He got 3. I think I got everybody, haven't I? Wow. Okay. Let's go to the next. This is the last category of this half. And then we'll go to another 2 in the second half. Be a 5-minute break. This ball's still swinging around me. Right, let's go back and you learn more here than the GPs. Don't start me. I went down yesterday. Tim, the GP, she's in the look I got. I'll tell you another story about that. Jackie got 3. I think it's read out. Jackie's not. Right, let's go back in time. Let's go back in time. We're now going on to history. I can hear our Carrie Ferguson's cogs starting to turn. They're starting to turn. Okay. History. Here we go. Here we go. Question 1 for history. Oh, sorry, sore subject. I know, Tim. Right. Question 1. Which historical woman was the first to appear on a Bank of England banknote? Now, if anybody who is from Northern Ireland, obviously we've got our own banknotes here as well as the Bank of England, but these are the mainland ones. So, which historical woman was the first to appear on the back of to appear on a Bank of England banknote? Sorry, I messed that up. Tim says Lisburn William. She's not called that anymore, Tim. It's a long time she's been called that. Everything was changed. So which historical woman was the first to appear on a Bank of England banknote? There you go. Carrie straight in there. Oh, here, hold on. Carrie and our Matt McGinley. Matt McGinley says eggnog. Carrie says turkey. Michelle McGrogan says sprouts. You're all getting smart now, aren't you? I'm going to change it in the second half. Michael's laughing. Michael says turkey. Sam Davison says turkey. Coral says turkey. My face went out and everything there. Sam says turkey. Did I say Michael says turkey? But I've said it again if I haven't. Deb says turkey in it there. Tim says turkey. So we're waiting for Jerry. Where are Jerry? Is Jonathan playing with you tonight, Jackie, or Johnny? Is he playing with you tonight? Carrie's replying to Michelle there saying sprouts. She's booking. She hates sprouts. Jackie says giblets, giblets. Lovely. Okay. Question 2. What a question this is, because it sounds so funny. How long? Jackie says turkey. It's all right, Jackie. I got the hint here. Right. How long did this is question 2? This sounds funny now. How long did Queen Elizabeth I sit on the throne? How long did Queen Elizabeth I sit on the throne? So how long was she on the throne for? That sounds like the toilet, doesn't it? Sam says turkey, 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 turkey. Look at chicken like a little hen laying. Now, Tim says not as long as Sam. Poor Sam always gets. Carrie Ferguson and Dave's Rush says turkey. Matt McGilly's on the mulled wine now. John McMaster's back. Welcome back, our John. Coral Daff says turkey. Michael says turkey. John, if you want to join in, you still have more time. We're only on round 3. We can still join in for a bit of crack. The question was, how long was Queen Elizabeth I sit on her throne? How long was she on the throne for? Coral says turkey. Michelle says parsnips. Sam's pissed himself. Michael says turkey. I don't know if I read that out or not, but I'll read it again. Okay, anybody else? We're just waiting for Yara again. When Sam laughs, would you call that pan laughter? I don't know, Tim. I don't know, Tim. John says if she's like Sam and run out of toilet roll, then she could have been in the throne for hours. When Sam laughs, would you call that pan laughter? I've already read that out, Stuart. Your head's going. Jackie McFarlane says carrots and parsnips. Okay. Right. Pan laughter, toilet pan. Okay. All right. Tim will get it. Haven't had it in years, but anyway. Right. Question 3. Sam, lovely. Sam says, John, I only use wipes. We really wanted to know that, didn't we all? I'm sitting here like what do you call it? This is your life. Okay. Question 3. What job did Margaret Thatcher have when she decided to cut out free milk in primary schools? Oh, so it was her who was responsible for that? That wouldn't surprise me. What job did Margaret Thatcher have when she decided to cut free milk out in primary schools? I didn't know she'd done that. It doesn't surprise me, like. So what job did Margaret Thatcher, what job was she in when she removed milk from primary schools? Sam says turkey. Debs Rush says turkey. John McMaster's done. No, John, you have to say turkey, dear. We're festive tonight. Well, I'll let you away with that, Tim. I'm Matt McGilly saying everything. Baby Sham, just Matt, there's a blast from the past. I used to drink that. Sham McGrogan saying cabbage. Nah, Jesus Christ. I don't know how he's going to cope at the end of the night because he's probably all going to run out of stuff. Carl Daff says turkey. Swing the ball. John says turkey. Thank you, John. Michael says turkey. Where's our Tim? Has he said turkey yet? Tim Ferlay says her ministerial job was always Colonel. Oh no, dear. Have you answered? Oh, he has. Tim's answered. Kai Ferguson says turkey, and Jackie McFarlane says turkey neck. Lovely. Right enough, Jackie. Right, okay. Question 4. Oh. Who designed and rebuilt London after the 1666 Great Fire? So, who rebuilt London after the 1666, which is not easy with these teeth, Great Fire? Michael says sour milk, all right. Oh, you're right there, Michael. Now beg. Coral says swing, swing, flamingos. Aye, Coral. Tim says burnt turkey. Lovely. Sam says turkey and turkey fillet beside it. Sam says can't remember F's. So who rebuilt Londinium, as it used to be called many years ago, in 1666 after the Great Fire? Michael says turkey as well. Coral Dav says turkey. Matt McGillney says Bucks Fizz. And Carrie says I was listening to a podcast on that before coming in. And Michelle says custard. I don't like custard. No. Don't like trifle either. No. Ugh. No. So who are we waiting on? Our Jerry. Just our Jerry. And then we'll go on to question 5. And then we're going to have a wee break. Jackie says turkeys. Okay. Right, question 5, the final question of this round. Excuse me. Which royal ordered the execution of the explorer Sir Walter Raleigh? Which royal ordered the evacuation of the explorer Sir Walter Raleigh? What did he do? I don't know. I'll have to find out from our carry on. We'll have to get the answers. Sam says turkey. Dave Rush is turkey in it. Coral Daft is turkey in it. Matt McGinley is advocating it. Oh, our Michelle loves that, Matt. Our Michelle McGrogan loves that. she'll never live that down. AJ Walker's just popped in. Hello, AJ, dear. Nice to see you at your wrestling. Carrie's saying turkey. Michelle McGrogan saying gravy. Tim for Life saying turkey. And Tim says your big clock's flashing. I know, I did it for our Will Milne because he was always moaning about the clock and he's not even in. Respect for you. Michelle says gravy. Jackie says, can you repeat the question? I certainly can, our Jackie. The question was, which royal ordered the execution of the explorer Sir Walter Raleigh? So which royal ordered the execution of the explorer Sir Walter Raleigh? Or Raleigh, whatever the hell you call him. It's that Will's clock of flashes. I was trying to Christmify the place. Wait, I tell you, son, see what I was doing? It near broke my heart. The lights kept falling off. Michael says, Tim, I had to put my glasses in to read that sentence right. That's desperate. Jackie says, thank you, turkey, no problem, you're alright. Right, let's do the answers. And then we'll have a wee break. Okay, thank you for weebies. Okay? So question 1 was, which historical woman was the first to appear on a Bank of England banknote? And the answer was Florence Nightingale. Our Florence, dear. We nurse. Our Florence. So which historical woman was the first to appear on a Bank of England banknote was our Florence Court. Jackie, put that turkey down. It was our AJ's over in YouTube now. Question 2 was, how long did Queen Elizabeth I sit on her throne? And the answer was 44 years. 44 years. And Michael says, oh damn, I should have went with my gut with that. So how long did Queen Elizabeth I sit on the throne? And it was 44 years. Question 3 was, what job did Margaret Thatcher have when she decided to cut free milk in primary schools? She was the education is 44 years. She was the education secretary. Yeah. Education secretary. What's Sam saying 43 for? I don't know. So, question 4 was, who designed and rebuilt London after the 1666 Great Fire? And the answer was Sir Christopher Wren. Sir Christopher Wren. And finally, question 5 was in which royal ordered the execution of the explorer Sir Walter Raleigh? And the answer was James the First. Carrie Ferguson, do you know why Sir Walter Raleigh was executed? What did he do? Does anybody know? What did he do? What did he do that James didn't like him? So you can have your scores in the doors, please. Great question, Michael says. I honestly don't know. If he's an explorer, what would he have done? He stole a bike. Lovely. Right, here's the scores. Sam got 1. Deb's got 3. Jackie didn't get anything. Matt got 1 and Carrie got 5. Carrie, do you know what he done? Before we go on our break, Coral got 5. Sam says was giving Queen Elizabeth first one. Lovely. Michelle got 3. Giving Queen Elizabeth the first one. I just realised what you said, Sam. That's desperate. Michael got 1 and Tim got 3 as well. Michelle got 3. Okay, just before we go on our break, we'll just wait to see if Carrie can come back with anything there to find out what poor Sir Walter Raleigh did. Do we know? Just bound to know her. Carrie knows all. It's our history queen, dear. Sam's laughing. Okay, just a couple of minutes and then we're going to go for a break, folks. We'll be back in about 4 minutes, 5 minutes at the most. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on the break here. He stole a bike, a rally one. Lovely. I was actually thinking of a rally bike earlier on, Tim. Right, I'm going to go on a break, and if Carrie answers, I will get back to you on the second half. So I will see you in 5 minutes or so. Hang on. Hold on a minute. We'll get my banners up here. Season 5. Where is it? Where's your wee thing, dear? Oh, where is it? This is all changed about and I can't find them, dear. Right, hold on a minute. Carrie says Walter Raleigh was imprisoned for treason for plotting against James I, then pardoned and went to Venezuela to look for El Dorado. He violated peace treaties with the Spanish. And hold on, knock that off there, dear. Hold on. Sorry, I've knocked it off. Hold on. Sorry, I've knocked the comments off. I can't get the second bit. So I did. I've knocked the comments off. So hopefully I'll come back in a minute with that. So well, folks. So I'll be back in a moment. Where the hell's my thing? This is all changed. There's there. Right, see you in a minute. How dare they mute my mic? How dare they mute my mic? Audio was on mute. How rude! I'm back. Don't worry, I'm not on mute now. Right? All right. Right. Okay, can you hear me now? I'm back on again. Please confirm that you can hear me now, please. Right, okay. All right, Matthew. Well, just think it would be a sweet Christmas party to around your audio young. Our Stuart's waiting eye down, dear. Raging for you. Andy says, yeah, it must have been done that, God help her. I've never been muted, mate. Who's in? Who's our Coraline, dear Miss Flamingo? Standing at the door of the pink flamingo, crying in the rain. Just as our temper life in, dear. I gotta help you. Does anyone know where you can get a flu shot? Boots, Boots Mayo. Oh, good Boots Spruce food there. First time you've sounded great, William. Big off, Tim. Hello, Jackie. Jackie saying hello. Get it up your way, you're young. Okay. Auntie Walker says the vets. Isn't that lovely? Michelle says hello, Auntie Logan. Hello, Miss McGrogan, dear Miss Chatterhouse herself, dear. Our local bus driver, along with our Carrie, the local historian. Well, I believe he's in the middle of a quizzy. Well, I'm going to finish it. Sam says hello, Auntie Logan. Hello, our Samuel, dear. Get it up, you. How are you, dear? By the way, our Tim said at the break there, our Sam's hugging the toilet and everybody's peeing out the back. Poor Sam always gets a hard time. He wishes. Right? Okay, what do we do? The last one was history, wasn't it? The driver's in the house. She isn't indeed our Timothy. Timothy be beating me. I love our choral daft. I love to see our choral coming in there. The original Essex girl herself, dear. Right, okay, let's go to the next category, dear. Our Stuart's Festive. Just back from the bog, Tim says, what do you call him? Our Sam says, oh, Jesus Christ, there's our Deb. Oh, Jesus, I'm hiding from hers, our Deb's Russian. Every time I go in that Eurospar, she's always standing talking to me, dear, and I'm standing with 15 chickens up my jumper, dear, and I'm going, yes, Deb's, Deb's lovely, Deb's, hurry up, Deb's, my freaking titties are bloody frozen, dear. Tim says, F off. It's desperate, I'm standing 15 chickens up my jumper, now Deb's going, it's not a lovely day outside, yes, Deb's, I can't feed my titties. It's desperate. Right, okay, let's carry on with the quiz. Everything, the tone of the whole night has just dropped. Okay. Now, we are going on to our next category. Debs is laughing. We're now going on. There's our coral shorter flamingos standing at the door of the pink flamingo, crying in the rain. Well, Michael says, well, you look like Mary with a halo on your head. Jesus Christ, Michael, that would be very, very, what's the word, hypocritical, dear. Michelle says the driver isn't only in the house, she's tucked up in her bed, Tim. She's waiting on you. That's desperate. Tim says, I love a good breast, the chicken, I mean. Lovely. Right, that's enough of that. This is the Chatter House. We're not in TikTok tonight. Right, okay. So we're carrying on with our quizzing. Did I see our Matt McGinley just before we start? Did I see our Matt McGinley? Carrie says unlikely, don't have Miss Michael. Did I see our Matthew? But that's a virgin. Jesus, Sam, who are you talking about, dear? I'm not continuing to know if our Matt McGinley's in. Is our Matt McGinley in? There's a big delay on Facebook. Nothing new there. Is our Matt in? How come you guys hit, man? I'm very appreciative of you, dear. I'm very appreciative that day I done got my eyes tested with you, dear. You give me a great going over, Matt. You give me a great thorough examination. I was delighted. The wee fella's been trauma ever since. Right, okay. Now, let's go back to the quiz. So this round is one of the usual ones. We'll do Linda McKay's in. Hello, Linda. It's our Lindy Lou from TikTok. Lady in Red tonight, the beautiful Lillian. Welcome to the Chatter House, Linda. Linda is a new member. She's one of Auntie Lillian's followers on TikTok. Linda, you are very, very welcome. It's pity you hadn't been in earlier, dear. We've been doing a wee bit of a quiz, dear, but you can still join in for the last couple of rounds. Miss Chatter House, I will say, no, I need a rest. Matt McGinley says, I'm glad you were cleaning up. I'm glad you were clean up and under. Up the asters. Right. Anybody who's just joining me, if you haven't played the quiz before, I give out the question. You just write. Now, we've been saying turkey all night. Lynn says, thank you for the warm welcome. I'm not great at quizzes, but I'm watching. Oh, Glenn, that's nice. There's sitting watching Auntie Lillian there. What more would you want? So, the first half, we did turkey. We've been saying turkey when you have answered. So I've changed my mind now. So from now on, you are saying stuffing. stuffing. So you're saying stuffing when you have answered. Just don't put any answers in the chat. That's correct, Michael. Don't put any answers in the chat because it ruins it. Right, so let's go to the next category before we do the Christmas one. Get stuffed, Tim says. Right, okay. So the next category I know is our Coral Daft's favourite subject, because Auntie Lynn remembers there. We are now going on to sport. I know nothing about sport there. We are now going on to sport. So question one of sport. It's my radio voice there, yes. Oh, my trousers. Okay. Question one. Here we go. Carrie says I'm shite at this one. Right, here we go. Question one. Denmark. Denmark won the Euros in 1992. Why was this unusual? This is football, I think. I thought you meant swinging. No, our Coral does that, Tim. That's an art story. Denmark won the Euros in 1992. But why was this unusual? Coral's got the football out there. Coral loves sport. I like the sport. I was in the Sunday sport once, but that's another story. Sam says stuffing. So one more time. Denmark won the Euros in 1992, but why was this unusual? Tim for Life says stuffing as well. Matt McGilley says pass the sprouts. What about the little boys, Matt? Pigs and blankets. There's our Will in. Our Will's just come in. I'm glad he come in. I was shouting. Deb says stuffing. Jackie Farrell says sage. Hello, Will. We're doing a quiz. Well, look. Look, Will. I did that for you. Our Stuart did it. Michelle says sage and onion. Carrie says stuffing. And Will said miss me. Yes, Will. Hang on. Lillian, you need an agony on segment. Oh, I could do one of them. Meg Life's doing one of them last night there. Coral Daff says stuffing. We're in the middle of a quiz. We're doing a quiz. Quiz with Lillian. Well, our Stuart was on first half, but I get crushed. Michael says stuffing. Tim says Sam, don't get stuffed. The toilet can't take it. Will says like your clock. Oh, I know our Will, dear. Right, here we wait, no. Win Marja. Anyone who's just joining, if anybody wants to join in for the last couple of rounds, do not put the answers in the comments. Just say stuffing when you have answered your question. When you answered the question. Temporarize going, well. Well, hot stuffing. He was out for a fancy dinner. It looked lovely too, Will. Actually was very nice. It looked very nice. I was having a juke there. I was getting my frack on. Where was that, Will? Right, we're just waiting for Jerry. Sorry, folks, there's a big delay on Facebook at the minute. Teffer says he misses Jerry. Big delay on Facebook. Sam says, well, she looks like the Blessed Virgin. Jesus. AJ says Lillian won the Euros, 34 million. She says, I wish you wouldn't be freaking sitting here, dear. And Jackie says stuffing. Right, here we go. He was at Romas and Ards. Very nice. Okay, question 2. Jackie McFarland, you still playing? Yes, she's just in there, Carrie. Right, okay, question 2. Which female tennis player, we're on tennis now, which famous tennis player has won Wimbledon a record 9 times? Remember, no answers in the comments. Just write stuffing when you have answered. So which female tennis player has won Wimbledon a record 9 times? No AJ, Lillian, Stuart, Cheerios, lovely. Malagami says pass the gravy. turkey gravy. Different Life says stuffing. Deb's Rush says stuffing. Will Millen says stuffing's joined in. Good crack. Kai Ferguson says paxo. Jackie McFarlane straight in there with stuffing, and Coral Daft stuffing as well there, dear. Michelle McGrogan says paxo. I think that's everybody there, isn't it? What about our Michael? What about Michael? Is Michael still there? Stuffing my blanket. Okay, Michael. Right, that's everybody. Right. Where are we now? Question 3. Tim's laughing. True or false? I love true or false ones. Now keep it clean, please. Tug of war. Tug of war was an Olympic sport until 1920. True or false? Tug of war was an Olympic sport right up until 1920. Right up to 1920. Is this true? Or is this false? Suspense, William. Michael's laughing. This actually is a question, Michael. Nothing wrong with good tug, our Tim says. That's desperate. I think these are great questions. I'm exploring a bit interesting. Right, we'll say. Carrie says paxo. Debs is stuffing it. Matt McGinley says sausage meat stuffing. Sam Davison says stuffing. Tim for Life says stuffing. Jackie says onions. Coral Daft says stuffing. Michelle McGrogan says breadcrumbs and sausage meat. Desperate. A ray of hope flickers in the night. Andy goes, well, William loves a good tug of war, lovely. Michael says, I watched a film about tug wars. Well, Michael, could you say stuffing, please, dear? Shout to Michael. Well, Michael says, you on YouTube? Yes, well, we are indeed, dear. Yes. On the Chatterhouse YouTube channel, well, not at the Onions, at Chatterhouse 55. There's actually less of a delay over there. Michael says stuffing. Is that everybody? I think that's everybody, isn't it? Aye. Okay. Right. Question 4. Why was the original London Marathon length changed in 1908? Why was the original London Marathon length changed in 1908? Hello, Will Millen's sister. So why was the original London Marathon length changed in 1908? Sam says stuffing. Carrie says paxo. Matt McGovney says pass a turkey leg. Tim says stuffing. Michael, did you say stuffing there again, love? Because I love. Because I'm not sure if that was from the last time. Deb's Rush says stuffing. Giant Ron says stuffing. Michelle McGrogan says stuffing. Stuffing, yes, thank you. Thank you, Michael. Coral Daft says stuffing. I think that's everybody, isn't it? Okay. Question 5. What is the minimum depth? What is the minimum, I can't speak, minimum depth of an Olympic swimming pool? What is the minimum depth of an Olympic swimming pool? Michael's all polite. I always say Michael polite. Who, Michael? I always did that in a way. Feliz Navidad. Matt McGonaghy says Pastor Annie's. He's full now. Sam says stuffing. I don't know if that was from this time. So what is the minimum depth of an Olympic swimming pool? Will Millen says, I am William James. Are you Will? Thought you were over to YouTube. Debs Rush says stuffing. Jackie McFarlane says I'm stuffed. So I'm stuffed. Carrie says Paxo. Michelle McGrogan says stuffing. And Coral Duff says stuffing. Michael says you always say my name like I have a sticky mouth. Well, sorry, I didn't mean to deafen you. You always say my name like you have a sticky mouth. Oh no, dear! I always have a sticky mouth, Michael. It's another story. That's desperate. Right, okay, let's do scores in the doors. Well, come on over. Come on. Tim says, come on over to my place. Here's an invitation. Well, you not turn down there. We should be able to tell us what he looks like. Right? Let's go into the sport answers now. Here we go. Question 1. Denmark won the Euros in 1992. But why was this unusual? And the reason why it was unusual was they didn't actually qualify for the tournament, but replaced Yugoslavia due to the war there. So there you go there. So they didn't actually qualify for the tournament, but replaced Yugoslavia due to the war there. What's your YouTube name? Where I told him that. It's at Chatterhouse55. Well, you see our Stuart's bake on it. At Chatterhouse55. Michael says, what was question 5? Question 5 was, Michael, what is the minimum depth of an Olympic swimming pool? Okay? At Chatterhouse55. Well, right, okay. So Denmark, we won the Euros in 1992. Why was this unusual? And the reason why it was unusual was they didn't actually qualify for the tournament, but replaced Yugoslavia due to the war there. So there you go. Question 2. Which female tennis player has won Wimbledon a record 9 times? And the answer was I can't say this word. Martina Navratilova. I can't say that word. Oh, well, by the way, if you're going over to YouTube, well, the thing is, if you haven't subscribed, you can't comment for 20 minutes. That's the way it's set up. I forgot about that. But subscribe anyway, love. So which female tennis player has won Wimbledon a record 9 times? And the answer was Martina. not Ravilova. Ravilova. I can never say her. I'll call her Ravilova. Or Martina. Question 3 was, true or false, tug of war was an Olympic sport until 1920, and it was true. Yes, it was an Olympic sport until 1920. Tim said Ravioli. I can't say her name. You say worse. Right, okay. Question 4 was, why was the original London Marathon length changed in 1908? Michael says, I thought it was the Williams. No, it was our Martina. Our Michael. Why was the original London Marathon length changed in 1908? And the reason why it was changed was so that the course could end at Buckingham Palace. So that it could end at Buckingham Palace. Yeah. Many a tug of war in primary school. I remember playing tug of war in primary school, Michael. That's another story. And question 5 was, what is the minimum depth of an Olympic swimming pool? And no, not smog, Michael. And the answer was 2 meters. 2 meters is the minimum depth of an Olympic swimming pool. Oh, you want butch there, dear? Uh-huh. So what's your scores in the doors out of 5, please? This fakes one day. I'm going to crack up there. Carrie says pleasantly surprised, 3 out of 5. Deb says, what's that in feet? Does anybody know what that is in feet? 2 meters. I will allow that. Michael got 1 and Tim got 3. Jackie got 2. Sam says, what's that in feet? Coral got 3. Michelle got 4. Deb's Rich got 3. 6 foot 6. 6 foot, Michael says. Yeah, 6 foot. Say 6 foot. In feet. AJ got 100. Lovely. Okay. Right. 6 foot 6. He stood in the ground. He weighed 545 pounds. And all that there. A thing called love. Right. Sam got 3. Right, so we're going on to the final round now. Got the night's flew, hasn't it, dear? And this is our Christmas round. This is our Christmas round because it is the festivity time of the year. I think we'll get into the mood. Hang on a minute. 100 what? I don't know. Hang on. I'm going to change things a bit here now. Hang on. Where is it? Ah! No, boy. Christmas William. Let's get in. Got it wrong anyway, Dave says. So let's get into the festivities. Lillian's brightened it up a bit. Just a big suffocated. Suffocated with all this pleasantness. Isn't it awful? Okay. So question 1 of our special Christmas round. Well, I was meaning to say to you there, love, if you subscribe to the Chatter House, it's the same as Auntie Aliens. You have to be subscribed for 20 minutes before you can comment. I actually forgot to tell you that. So if you haven't, just subscribe anyway, and then the next time you'll be in. But you can still watch, but you can't comment. You know, there's a 20-minute delay on it. That's just the way it's been set up, love. Right, okay. So Christmas round question 1. Christmas round question 1. In which century were Christmas crackers first invented? In which century was Christmas crackers first invented? Tim says stuffing. Carrie says Paxo. And Sam says stuffing. Matt McGinley says mistletoe. Michael says stuffing Christmas time. Mistletoe and wine. Shut up, Cliff. I God help me, he's not well. Deb's Rice says stuffing. Jackie McFarlane says stuffing. Michelle McGrogan says stuffing. Andy says an overseas sweatshop. Lovely. That's desperate. So who are we waiting on? Or Jackie says stuffing as well. Is that everybody? I think that's everybody, isn't it? Is that everybody? Christmas crackers were invented by Frank Carson. Lovely. It's way out home. Coyle Daft says stuffing as well. I think that's everybody. Okay. Question 2. Sam's on the loo. I'm just away on my phone and Mum's with my sister. I'm just on my phone with Mum's sister. I'm sorry, well, but I forgot to tell you that. You have to be subscribed 20 minutes before you can comment. Right. I send you a link to the YouTube channel if you can't find the YouTube channel afterwards. Question 2. On what date? Right. This is a very important one. Right? You have to listen to this very carefully. Where's your brother's partner? He's in the living room. He's not taking part tonight. You thought he was in at the start. You must be watching something there. On what date? Now listen to this very carefully. This is very important, right? Stuart, you're away. On what date do the 12 days of Christmas begin? And on what date do they end? So, on what date do the 12 days of Christmas begin? And on what date do they end? Sam's on the loo. He's stuffed. That's desperate. Carrie says Paxo. Sam says stuffing. Deb's Rush says stuffing. Matt McGillivray says Holly. Matt, you have queer imagination. You've said something different for each question. Will Milton says no clue. Tim says stuffing, and Michael says stuffing as well. Our Michael. Michelle says Ivy. Oh, I know her well. Our Ivy. Ivy tells me. Do you remember her? Coral Daff says stuffing. Sitting here in the smoke. Tim says, I mean stuffing. Wait, what did you say? Stuffed? Oh, right, okay. Right. Who are we waiting on? RJ. And we Holly. Anybody else? What about RJ? Oh, Jackie did comment. Sorry, I do apologise. Right, okay. Question 3. I think this is an easy one, actually. This is actually an easy one. Who is the author of the beloved Christmas tale, A Christmas Carol? Who is the author of the beloved Christmas tale, A Christmas Carol? Oh, very festive. I've just known. Yes, well, I'll put a wee bit of a decoration ring off. What you talking about, man? I know you talk about me anyway. Yes. Deb says stuffing. Sam says stuffing. Coral Daft says stuffing. Carrie says pack soup. She says something else underneath. It says Seymour. Last time I done was to knock all the comments off. Obviously the Muppets. I love the Muppets Christmas Carol. Temperley says Carl Volderman. The bake I got, you wouldn't go out. Temperley says stuffing. Well, Wellness says my clock is lovely. Well, it does about 15 different movements. You know, you press the button and it changes there. If you think I'm standing it, you're not ain't coming. Michael says, can you repeat the question, please? Certainly, Michael. Right. Who is the author of the beloved Christmas tale, A Christmas Carol? Do you know a Scrooge and all in it there? Who is the author? So where are we here? So Carrie said Paxo. Matt McGillivray says Poncetta. Will's talking about my clock. Jackie says stuffing. Will says I'm loving your big clock. Lovely, Will. Michelle McGrogan says gift wrapped in bows. Will Mellon says I need to come and see your clock and purse. It just says Carl Baskin. Who's Carl Baskin? Timberlake says, will you put your clock away? That's desperate. Sam Davison says stuffing. Who are we waiting on? Our Jackie did answers. I think that's everybody, isn't it? What about Michael? Can I push the button? No, you can't push the button, Will. Michael, you alright there, love? You sorted there? Michael says stuffing, right? Which is that alien's drooping here, dear. That's just a new stay. Mystic Logan. Right, here we go. Question 4. Now, I wouldn't have a clue about this because I haven't seen the movie, right? There goes Mr. Bah Humbug. There goes Mr. Scrooge. I love that wee film, Carrie. Actually seen another version called A Diva's Christmas Carol one time. It's actually quite funny, but it's quite sad as well. Right, in the movie Elf, I have never seen it. In the movie Elf, what is the name of Buddy's biological father? In the movie Elf, what is the name of Buddy's biological father? And I just haven't a clue. Sam says I'm hearing different words here. Are you well? Are you Sam? Well, Milton says Elf in the Shelf. Carrie says Paxo. Debs Rush says stuffing. Sam says stuffing. Temporary Scott is Sam. Michael says brilliant film. I've never seen it, Michael. I must have a wee joke. I probably fall asleep. I can't watch anything. I can't watch TV. I fall asleep. Debs Rush says stuffing. Sam says stuffing. Matt McGillney says baubles. I'm sure you do, Matt. Jackie says stuffing. Coral Daff says stuffing. Tim for Life says stuffing. And our Michael says stuffing as well, dear. Debs Rush says best Christmas movie ever. Well, see, because you have said that, I'm going to watch it. We'll try to. I put cocktail sticks in my eyes. Tim for Life says Buddy's father, Sam. Shelby Grogan says Christmas tree. Will Millen says you need a few balls hanging off the clock. Hang on a minute. Well, I'm going to put a tree up. I'll put a tree in the corner, especially for you. It's my kitchen, our Stuart's kitchen, you know. Right, okay. Lord of the Shite. Load of shite. Lovely, Sam's just ruined it. Load of shite. Right, okay. Question 5. Kai says she loves Elf. The final question of the evening. Adeline's got her teacher head on there. Did you see that? Teachers used to do that. Do you remember? The final question of the evening. Right. Which iconic song was the Christmas number one both in 1975 and also in 1991? So which iconic song was number one at Christmas, both in 1975 and also 1991? I prefer Per Fanta Christmas Time. Frig off. Well, Mum says, did you get sorted? Sorted about what? Well, sorted about what, love? I always get sorted there. Just ask our Wally. No, right, hold on. Sam says stuffing and Debs Rush says stuffing. So this is our final question of the evening. Jackie says stuffing. Will Millen says get them balls up, lovely. Coral Dow says stuffing. Carrie Ferguson says Paxo. Michael says stuffing. Michelle McGrogan says stuffing. Just a few more to go and we're nearly at the end. Michael says stuffing. Was our Tim's going to say stuffing? Is he going to go on about Per Fanta? Stuffing with Fanta Per. Frig off, Tim. Carrie says Paxo. Michelle McGrogan says stuffing. And Matt McGillney says angel. I sit and wait. There's an angel contemplating my fate. Shut up, Rabbi. Right? Is that everybody? Where are you, Harry? End it with a good one, cracking song. It is indeed our Carrie. Yes. Is our Jerry answered? Where are Jerry? No, Ricky, and I'm devastated he didn't come in. I reckon he'll probably come in at 4 o'clock in the morning and start answering the questions. He's a habit of doing that. He thinks a slave. God help me, did that one night. He come in. I get up the following time, Jagger. I get up the following morning to all these notifications. Ricky said this, and Ricky said that. It was 4:30 in the morning. Anyway, he was in her bed, dear. Where was I? Right, okay, there's actually a few does that on Facebook as well, but I'm not naming names. Right, okay, back to the answers. Question. Just not doing baiting the mic, dear. Vampire Ricky will be an overnight with them, sissy, they all know. Right, question one was, in which century were Christmas crackers first invented? And it was the 19th century. Yes, the 19th century. Okay. Question two was, on what date do the 12 days of Christmas begin, and on what date do they end? And the answer was they begin on December the 25th and end on January the 5th. So they start on Christmas Day and end on January the 5th. Okay. Question three. Who is the author of the beloved Christmas tale, A Christmas Carol? And of course the answer is our Charles Dickens there. Oh, I knew him well. Used to call in for a wee Kern Square and a cup of tea there. So it was our Charles Dickens wrote A Christmas Carol there, our Scrooge. We'll put it in there. Question four. In the movie Elf, what was the name of Buddy's biological father? And of course the answer, I'm saying of course the answer was, I haven't a clue. Well, Will says Charlie Dicker. I knew that. The answer was Walter Hobbs. Walter Hobbs. Still singing the Muppet songs now, Carrie says. Now this one was a wee bit off-putting because this last question, generally, would you maybe think of a Christmas song when I read it out, but it wasn't actually a Christmas song at all. So which iconic song was a Christmas number one in both 1975 and 1991? It actually wasn't a Christmas song. It was Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me. He's just a poor boy from a poor family and all that there. So there you go. Bohemian Rhapsody was number one, Christmas number one, in both 1975 and 1991 there. Our Stuart was 4-year-old there, 1975. That's another story. Right. Carrie Ferguson. No, we'll do this round. No, actually, I have a bonus question. Sorry, I frigged it up. Andy Young has frigged it. All right, just give me your answers. Give me your scores. Give me your scores first, right? And then I'm going to do a bonus question. What was the answers? What was answers 1 and 2? Answer 1 was, in which century Christmas crackers were first invented? Michael was the 19th century. And question 2, on what date do the 12 days of Christmas begin? And what date do they end? And the answer was they begin on December the 25th and end on December the 5th. So Carrie got 5. Well, wasn't even born. Jackie got 8. Hey, how'd you get 8? Was that for the whole night, Jerry? Don't be giving you your totals yet, because things are going to change. Don't be giving your complete totals yet, because things can change. So, Jackie, what did you get for your round, love? What did you get for the round, right? Michelle got 5. Matt got 8 as well. Right. Scott McCready said, hello, Scott. Michael got 1, and Tim got 18. But things can change, because I have a bonus question, which I actually forgot about. So here's a bonus question, and this is going to work out different to our normal questions, because what I want you to do, for each, Tim got 3. Right. My mum was being a grump. I was from her bake. Right, okay. You have to concentrate on this, folks. Don't put me off. Right. Final question is a bumper question, and it's a bonus question. This question has more than one answer. So for each one you get right, give yourself a point. Give yourself a point. Okay? I want you to be honest. I do trust you now, right? So here we go. So the bonus question is, can you name all of Santa's reindeers? Can you name all of Santa's reindeers? And if you can, when we do the score, when I read out the answer, give yourself a point for each one that you have got right. So can you name Santa's reindeers? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sit back, relax, and let it all happen. And then you just tell me when you think you have finished. So what I want you to do, I want you to say Santa when you have finished. I want you to text Santa in the comments when you think you've got all your answers. I'm not rushing you because I know there's more than one answer. So just when you're ready. And Adrian's going to get a drink. So can you name all of Santa's reindeers? And you will get a point for every single one you get right. Or well, says Santa already there. Cheers to queers, dears. Can you tell us how many reindeers there are? No, Michael, I'm not. I'm not. I don't want to give anything away. I want to make it fair. No. Sorry, I'm not being nasty. No. That's why I'm not rushing you. You take your time. Sorry, we just got Daddy asleep. That's all right, our Johnny. So, Johnny, you could maybe have a go at this last question. So, the question was, can you name all of Santa's reindeers? And what I want you to do is just write them all down, and when I call out who they are, then you will get a point for each one you got right. And Michael says, it's a great question. I like to make you think. Actually, a whole lot's actually said Santa already, so when I get a wee drink. Kai Ferguson says, I sang the song, the Bob Dylan one. What did you do? Your Santa the other day was sexy. Oh, so how I heard. Well, I wasn't even there, dear. Our Stuart was telling me. Is Lillian one, dear? No, she's not, dear. Don't panic, I haven't forgot about you, so I'm going to go to the comments now. So where are we? Where did it start? I think Will was there, Santa. Carrie said Santa. Jackie said Santa, ho ho ho. Matt McKinley said Santa. Sorry, we just got Daddy asleep. Sam says Santa. Michelle said Santa. Debs Rush said Santa. Will's talking about Santa being sexy. Carrie says I sang the song. Coral Duff said Santa. Will Millen said he had a six-pack and everything. Haha, saying I watched Elf the other day and that was a good, they were all named. Actually, there was an Elf question in there earlier on there, Johnny, too. Michael says I can only think of Thomas the Tank Engine trains. Michael, even if you got one or two, it's still a couple of points. So it's still a couple of points. So I'll give you a couple more minutes. And then I will read them out. And each one that I read you, pardon me, what I want you to do now, when I read them out, I want you to tell me how many you got right. I don't want your grand totals. I just want to know how many reindeers you got right after I read them out. So I will give you another minute. So there you go. Tim says Thomas and Percy are not reindeers. Will Mills says get them balls up. I have no balls to pot up. Johnny Cahoon says the best bit about the movie is the spaghetti for breakfast with all the chocolate and the candy, and I've never seen it. Carrie says remember their real names and not their names from Redner, the Belfast reindeer. If you know, you know. I don't even know what that is either, dear. I sing a wee song while we're waiting. Rudolph, there's one. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you should even see it go. All of the other reindeers used to laugh and call him names. They used to call poor Rudolph joining any reindeer games. They're finished. When one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, "Mine clothes, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight?" All the reindeers loved him, and they shouted out with glee, "Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history." So there you are, the aliens give you one. Heard that before? Okay, so here we go. Michael, you ready? Michael? Right, okay. Let's call them out. The alien can read them, dear. So here we go. Right, Michael. Right, here we go. Dasher. I have my own words for that one, you know, I'm sure you do, Sam. Choo-choo, Michael. Right, here we go. Dasher. Dancer. Now I'm disco dancing. Prancer. Vixen. Comet. Cupid. Donner. Blitzen. And of course, the most famous, our Rudolph. So how many reindeers did you get right? So it was Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, and Rudolph. Michael says they sound like gay nicknames. Michael, you know something to do. They actually sound quite camp. Sam got 6. Will got 6. Debs, how'd you get 8, love? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just mean 8, the rest is me. Some of you are saying 9, and some of you say, "Man, how the hell is there?" Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9 in total. Deb's got 8. Sam got 6. Will got all of them. Jack got 3. Carrie got 9. Matt McGinley's just showing reindeers. Will says, "I am the big man." I so heard. Well, Coral got 5. Michelle got 9. Johnny says, "Yeah, but he's not actually a reindeer." Hey! Tim got 6. He's not actually a reindeer. Rudolph is a reindeer, dear. That's what the song says. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, dear. Dear, dear, dear. Oh, Johnny's arguing with me, dear. No, he's not talking about Rudolph. Tim got 6. Michael got 4. There you are, Michael. See? Did better than you thought, dear. Hang on a minute. What's our... Johnny, what are you talking about? Who's not a reindeer, dear? Right, well, he's answering. Right. Carrie Ferguson. Could you do adjudicator for me? You keep an eye on Facebook there. It's only a song, not a sleigh. Keep quiet. Right. Carrie, keep a wee eye out, niece, for me. I'll do YouTube. You keep an eye on Facebook. So Carrie got 28 in total. Right, can we have your scores in the doors, please, for the whole night? Scores in the doors for the whole night. I just want to know who's... Tell everybody, give me your scores, and then we'll see who has won. Right. Tim got 24. How many reindeers was there? 9, Michael? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, Michael, all together. 9. Right, Harold. Right. Michelle got 29. Sam got 15. Matt got 14. Debs got 27. Jackie got 8. Will got 9. Coral got 24. Is that it? Is our Michelle McGrogan the winner tonight? Michael got 12. Is our Michelle McGrogan the winner? Can you confirm our Carrie, the adjudicator? What about Sam? He got 15. Is our Miss Chatterhouse the winner? If our Carrie can just confirm for Auntie Gilligan. I think I'm right. See these comments in his Facebook would do your head in. Tim's invisible. Tim, I read you out. 24. What's Tim's score? He got 24. Carrie and Michael got 12. Is not joint winners? Michelle got 29. Did she not? Michelle got 29. So, Michelle McGrogan's the winner at 29. I'm just waiting for confirmation from our my adjudicator here. I think he is stops. I think it's our Michelle there. Yes, you're right. Thank you, Sam. I know you said 24. Don't shout at me. Yes, Michelle is top with 29, and Carrie Ferguson's second, and Debs is third with 27. Congratulations to our Michelle McGrogan. And believe it or not, there is a prize tonight which nobody knew about. I'll tell you in a minute. Well, Michelle McGrogan has won. Well done, Michelle, my female sister from another Mr. Michael says. Congratulations, Michelle. Michelle has won a £20 Tesco voucher. Compliments of the Chatterhouse. So our Michelle McGrogan has won a £20 Tesco voucher. And you know what they say? Every little helps. So there you go. So congratulations to our Miss Chatterhouse herself. I don't tell anybody if there's prizes, not even the admins. I know it's not much, but I don't tell anybody. So congratulations to our Michelle, once again, who has won a £20 Tesco voucher. Well done, Michelle. Carrie says that'll get you veg coming out your eyeballs next week, Michelle McGrogan. Is she still there? She passed out, our Michelle. Oh, thank you so much. Much appreciated. Well done, Michelle. But you know something, Michelle? Every little helps. Michael's giving you a round of applause. Every little helps. Well done, our Michelle. Aha. So there you are, folks. Aha. Right, just to remind you, our Stuart's left instructions. Right, don't forget now, as I said, our Stuart says £20 worth of stuff, and Michael says, I don't eat veg. Michelle says, lovely. Buy yourself something, Michelle. Buy yourself something. Them gift vouchers can be used in all sections of Tesco's there. Now, what do you hear? Stuart, or Sam's away. Just haven't even finished yet. I just want to say something, just to remind you that, as I say, Auntie Gilligan's Pop It In podcast is normally on YouTube, which it is tomorrow night at 8 o'clock with Dylan from Texas. But Dylan has actually given permission for the podcast to be shown in the Chatterhouse. So it's going to be shown on the Chatterhouse on Thursday. It'll be posted Thursday morning. I do advise you to watch it. It's such an unbelievable story, folks. Don't forget, there's an RWE video was put up there the other day. It's the history of this nurse, the nasty nurse, who opened a care home. She murdered all around her. I don't know if any of you have seen it yet or not. Unbelievable. I can't remember, somebody Waddingham, her name was. She's Dorothea Waddingham, her name was. She was a cruel, cruel woman. But you know something? It wasn't just her was involved, and she got the blame for everything. So if you're interested in that type of thing, give it a wee check it out. It's on YouTube as well. Our Jackie McFarlane says she thought it was great. So that's there too. Don't forget, next week's, folks, I will be posting another video up as well. The Chatterhouse will be back. We did plan to come back on the 7th of January, but that's the way I'm away. Our Stuart and me's away to Benidorm. But I'm hoping to do maybe an RWE night just before that. Jackie says it was absolutely horrible. She's a horrendous woman. So we will be back, but there will be another video post. There's our Ricky. Just Ricky's coming. It's all over. Ricky missed the quiz, dear. It's all over. Right. Yes. So I was going to say we're going to do a Norway night. I'm going to do a wee song in a minute. So I am. So what's we call it? We will be back, but I don't know what date it's going to be back. Oh, the After Dark thing, we will hopefully be doing that over Christmas, Tim. I'm just waiting for our Carrie to give me the go-ahead because it is a wee bit hectic coming up to Christmas and stuff. But as soon as we know, we will let you know because I know a lot of people love the After Darks, but we will be doing one of those very, very soon, dear. Carrie says, thank you for tonight. Great crack night and all of you. See you all. Merry Christmas. And I'm going to do a wee song before we go. I'm going to do a mini finale tonight. Just a mini one because I think we've all been here long enough. But I just want to take this opportunity from your Auntie Lillian from in the Chatterhouse because I don't see the TikTok crowd. They're the roughs. But I just want to wish everybody in Chatterhouse a very happy Christmas, dear. I'm going to do a wee mini finale tonight. So I'm going to do a wee Belfast song and I'm going to do a wee Scottish one. Oh, aye. So here we go. Do, 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 do. Oh, I am a Belfast chambermaid. I work in a big hotel. There's some strange things that I have seen to you. I'm gonna tell. Them businessmen are dangerous. They chase me round the beds. Get it up, you way, you young Sam, that's it. And as I go about my work, some sexy things are said. Well, Ricky says, happy Christmas to everybody in the Chatterhouse. Corldov says, night everyone, have a happy Christmas. Very well, go to hell. I'm nobody's fool. I'm a chambermaid who won't be made. That's always been my rule. Do, 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 do. The honeymooners in the room that I was cleaning out. He couldn't keep his hands of her, so I hit him a clout. Bang! I hit him in a nasty place. Sure he's rather sore. And then the bride, she said to me, he won't be back for more. Very well, go to hell. I'm nobody's fool. I'm a chambermaid who won't be made. That's always been my rule. Do, 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 do. As a chambermaid, you meet all sorts. I met a film star. He fancied me and I was free, so I went out in his car. We drove along the road. It was just after dark. He put his hand upon my knee. He said, just for a lark. He says to me, you're beautiful. He says, you know, he says, you would do very well in films. I says, do you think so? He says, yes. He says, very well in films. He says, as a matter of fact, he says, I'd get you a very good part. I says, well, he says, yes, Ophelia. I says, bloody sure you don't. Very well. Go to hell. I'm nobody's fool. I'm a chambermaid who won't be made. That's always been my rule. Right? Oh, swish, 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 swish. You should never throw your granny off the bus. You should never throw your granny off the bus. You should never throw your granny, 'cause she's your mommy's mommy. Never throw your granny off the bus. Singing, aye, aye, yippee, yippee, aye, up your tights. Aye, aye, yippee, yippee, aye. Singing, aye, aye, yippee, the Chatterhouse are hippies. Aye, aye, yippee, yippee, aye. Far have I travelled, and much have I seen. Dark distant mountains with valleys of green, past painted deserts, the sun sets on fire as he carries me home to the Mull of Kintyre. Sing one again, everybody. Mull of Kintyre, Oh, mist rolling in from the sea, I desire is always to be here. Oh, my love can tire. And the last one. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow on a one-horse open sleigh. Lillian's on her way, dancing every day. Get it up, yeah! Marching sleigh bells ring, get it right to there. I don't know the rest of the words. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jingle bells, Lillian's here. Ah, da, da. Oh, what fun it is to ride on a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Where's our Dylan? Oh, what fun it is to ride on a one-horse open sleigh. Right up the way. Hey! Alright, folks, good night. Auntie Lillian loves you all. Take care of yourself. Just wait, Dylan's here. Just to remind you, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Auntie Lillian get her breath back on Auntie Lillian's YouTube channel. It's Auntie Lillian's Pop It In podcast, 8 o'clock, with our Dylan, who's in the background there. Make sure you just watch it. It's really, really inspiring podcast. And don't forget, I will be posting it in the Chatter House on Thursday morning because Dylan has given me permission to do so. Dylan says he was live on TikTok and he's just got off. So that's tomorrow night. It's on Pop It In podcast, 8 o'clock on Dylan's YouTube channel. And we're also showing it in the Chatter House on Thursday morning. And if you missed all of that, it's on Spotify. Michael says, get it up your chimney while you're young, dear. Okay, folks, well, listen, thanks for joining your Auntie Lillian and our Stuart was on earlier on for the quiz. The Chatter House will be back, hopefully in the new year sometimes, but we'll try to pop on. Stuart's posting our video next Tuesday night. The video next week, as the last week's was, we had it under around Selfridges. Next week, it's going to have a wee Christmas shopping experience in Harrods. So make sure you tune in for that. Well, listen, Auntie Lillian loves you all. Look after yourselves and don't forget the most important thing. Get it up you while you're young. Auntie Lillian loves you all. Happy Christmas and a happy new year. Night night and stop fighting. Look after yourselves.